Hi there, folks, and welcome to another Brick in the Wall. It's a Red Wall podcast brought to you by us at TV Tuners. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and new villain who's wearing a mask and is secretive, Stairmaster.
I already forgot what he sounded like, despite watching it yesterday.
You're voiced by Tim Curry, so you kind of sound like him.
Oh. No,
Very
sorry,
good.
I don't got anything. It's been a while since I
With
saw
us, as always, of course, is our other co-host and old villain who's gone insane, Kyorain.
I'm gonna say nice things, I guess. Do the same behavior, though.
That's right. You're clearly at the end of your rope, in both the writers' minds and in the story.
It's true. I'm gonna die for sure. But don't worry, we'll have a really strange hostage situation where the hostage just sits there for a while I grab them again the second time.
Yeah, like a hostage situation where it happens twice in like the same amount of
because
time.
the hostage did not want to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's reverse Stockholm Syndrome. Welcome to another exciting edition of the pod. I'm your host, Swanson.
I think that's just regular Stockholm Syndrome.
Well, she didn't want to leave the area. She didn't want to be held by him. I don't know. What's the situation where you like where you're at, but you don't like the hostage taker being there?
Is that like when he said?
I think that's just our lives at this point.
Interesting.
Wow.
Something talking about that freaking Cheeto.
The freaking Cheeto in the White House?
Yeah.
Get this, guys. We got a freaking Cheeto.
That's crazy.
We got a freaking Cheeto in the White House, guys. Did you hear about this? You guys hear about this?
Yeah, it's been happening for like a decade now at this point, just so you know.
I think it's going to continue to happen, at least until 2030.
You think he's going to stick around for that long?
Yeah.
Well, you know.
That'll be cool.
It'll be good for everybody, I think.
Yeah.
We're here. We're having a good time. And we do want to say sorry to Kyo. Sorry.
We're sorry.
We're sorry.
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 Sorry for what?
We're sorry.
We're sorry that our shadows touched you during the episode last week.
I mean, it's okay if one of your guys' shadow is touching me at a time, but when both of them are on me, no, that's not going to work for me.
Okay, so that was a follow-up question I did have when you told us that you were offended by this, because you did specifically say both shadows were touching, and I wanted to know if one shadow was okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, one shadow's fine. Yeah?
Wouldn't it be easier to avoid our shadows touching you if you just sat down during the recording like we do?
Why would I sit down in a chair?
So you don't move, so you don't touch our shadows?
No, I'm very active, and I'm not gonna. I can't be seated down.
That's the thing we haven't discussed really on the pod is that Kyo is a very active person. He's always standing. He's moving around. He's picking stuff up, putting stuff down.
We gotta do that too to keep our shadows from touching.
Well, yeah, apparently now.
Gotta keep mobile. Now, maybe this will help you guys understand just kind of the situation here. Have you guys ever read the children's fable Goldilocks and Three Bears?
I don't think I've read it, but I've had it told to me.
Yeah, I've definitely heard it.
You've heard it. Okay. So, there's some really important moments in that book that are really, I guess it's not really a book, it's more like a single page probably, but...
I was going to say, I think it's like maybe 3 pages tops.
Yeah. So...
A pamphlet.
Some really important stuff happens, though. Like, this is very important. Okay. And they've even named, like, astronomical concepts after this. Like, you ever heard of the Goldilocks zone?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is really important. So, one of the beds was too hard. One of the beds was too soft, and one of them was just right. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You guys understand that idea?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sort
All
of
right.
like
Sounds
how-
right to me.
Yeah. If there's no shadows on me, that's not enough shadows, and that's not good. That's not going to
What?
work.
So you need to
So-
be in the shadow of someone else?
I need one. Yeah, one of your shadow needs to be on me, and I feel good. If there's
what does that... Why?
what do you mean? Why? That's just how things
Like
are.
your shadow's not enough?
Are you
my
doing
shadow's
something
not-
with our shadows?
Look, I don't even have a shadow. So look,
Yeah, I've noticed that. You don't have a shadow.
yeah. So don't worry about that. So yeah, one of your
I'm
guys'
worried.
shadow feels good. One of them feels good, but if there's like none, that feels bad, and if there's both, that feels bad. So it needs to
What
be
happens
just
if there's
right.
three? What if we had a fourth mic?
Yeah, what
Like
if we
a
brought
fourth
on a fourth?
host. If there was a
Yeah.
fourth host on the podcast, there would be. I hope that's never happened because that would be really bad, really really bad.
Let's hypothetically say that there was a fourth host who like didn't explode upon joining the pod.
Yeah, well, if they exploded, that's good. But if they didn't explode, then that's bad.
Well, when they exploded, wouldn't they create a bunch of shadows with their giblets?
Like just for like a
Or
second.
do they have to be alive for their shadow to nourish you?
I didn't say it was nourishment. I just said it feels
Then what
good.
is it?
I didn't say it was the porridge. I said it was the bed.
Ah,
And yeah, don't get me started about the porridge because that's important. One of the bowls of porridge was too hot.
okay. Well, but wait, what is the porridge in this scenario then?
Yeah, I
That's
don't remember
important.
making any porridge.
Yeah, we can talk about that later. I think you guys are going to get really upset if I talk about what the porridge is.
I do want to circle back to feels good. In what way?
Maybe. You don't have to
What are you
answer that.
insinuating? What are you insinuating, Swanson? I want to hear what you're accusing me of.
I'm not insinuating. I want clarification on what you mean.
No. I feel like there's an accusation in there.
This is
Like,
not. We're like 60 minutes. We're impartial here.
You popping a boner?
oh, see, there we go. All right, I need you and Stairmaster to apologize.
Well, you said hard when you were talking about it.
Okay, that's it. I'm busting out my handheld LiDAR to point it at your junk to see if you're... the battery ran out. Sorry, guys. I can't use this.
Damn. If only we had batteries in this abandoned... Where are we again? It's abandoned Radio Shack.
Yeah, this is a Radio Shack, and this is where we live, and this is where you're gonna die. I mean, this is where... Huh?
There's a Circuit City, but there isn't a store named after batteries. You ever think about that?
That's fucked up.
I think I saw a battery store once.
What was it called?
I think it was called, like, the Battery Store.
I think I have actually seen a place called, like, Battery Depot. Now, is it a chain? No, definitely not. But it did exist. In my mind, at the very least.
Okay. This may have been something I saw in a dream.
This may have been a scenario I had while sleeping. But isn't that a sort of truth?
Keep our shadows off of you. Okay, got it.
Well, no.
No.
Keep one shadow off.
All right. Come here, Keo. Stand in my shadow.
Okay,
I'm
but
gonna sit down.
Swanson's got to trade places with you in a minute, though.
Wait, why?
Wait, yeah, I didn't hear that. That part wasn't explained.
Well, I get tired of the same one. I gotta have some variety.
What do you mean you get... Okay, sure, why not? You know, it's a real hassle for the recording, having to edit out the sounds of us getting up and...
Yeah, there's a lot of moving around. These chairs that we're in aren't exactly, like, quiet.
And
they're
not
office
actually
chairs, old office chairs.
All right. If you want the alternative, we could record the podcast as we roam the hallways and run quickly towards people who show up. But I don't think you want to do that.
Wait. Why do we have to run
What
towards
kind of
people who show up?
Yeah, what people are showing up also?
Anybody who wanders back there, I run towards them very
Back?
rapidly.
You did do
Yeah.
that to me. One time.
Yeah. And yeah, there's hallways in the back of this Radio Shack, Swanson.
We know. We've been here. We are well acquainted.
You see, you guys haven't really been back there much. You guys seem like you're scared
Well,
to go back
it's
there.
kind of dimly lit, and there's this weird buzzing.
Yeah.
Ambience.
I don't really like the atmosphere back there. The vibes, as they say, were off.
Okay. So what'd you guys watch this week? Anything fun? Anything interesting?
I watched SpongeBob.
What?
I
Just
watched
for fun?
SpongeBob. Yeah.
Okay, what'd you like? Old episodes, new episodes?
Yeah, the old episodes, some season 1 episodes.
Classic.
Yeah. It's crazy
I
how
thought you were
good
saying
that...
you watched like the latest SpongeBob.
No.
That sounds
no,
torturous.
No.
Yeah, it's crazy how
I watched
how
all the
good it
iconic
was.
ones. This SB-129, the one where he goes to the rock bottom,
Classics.
the one where he invades everyone's dreams.
It's kind of amazing the hit rate on that show.
Yeah, compared to like The Simpsons, SpongeBob hit the ground running. And you know what? That show looks good. Unlike a certain other program we watched this week.
I mean, the
Okay, Rebel
SpongeBob
doesn't
was
look good?
kind of it didn't have as long of a golden age, but it was kind of The Simpsons for us as kids.
Yes.
So, I mean, cultural
It had a good
wise,
movie.
like
It had a good movie. The Simpsons can't say that.
it's true. It had exactly one good movie. We should. I don't want to do the experiment actually, but someone should do an experiment comparing modern Simpsons to modern SpongeBob and see which is worse.
We'll just wait for the Talking Simpsons podcast to get there.
Yeah,
Like,
it should
how
get
would
there
you
any
measure
second
that?
now.
Like, would you put?
Well, they're both yellow.
Yeah, they're both have been on way too long in comparison to every other similar show.
I wonder if Clancy Brown's ever been on an episode of The Simpsons. Unfortunately,
How
this
would
is
you
not the
po-
podcast where we arbitrarily look things up on Wikipedia, so we'll never know.
So I'm thinking of the
true.
experiment. You probably need a sample size of about 1,000 people per show, and you put them in like a chamber.
And you got a little one of those switches, notches that goes from one end to the other, and there's a smiley face on one end and a frowny and an agony face on the other.
You need
Yeah.
to see
A
who
little
clicks
dial.
what more often.
Yeah, but to add some pressure, if you actually do put the dial to sad, like you suffer a horrible fate. So you have to really endure the show as long as you possibly can.
Oh, I don't know about that. I feel like there'd be some
I'm curious
ethical
what that
and legal-
adds to the experience, like how that affects the bottom line in terms of data.
You're concerned about ethical something or other? What's wrong with the ethics of that?
I guess I actually am not concerned about the ethics so much as that it would make the data unusable.
Yeah, I don't think people would have the proper ability to risk tolerance while watching the new Simpsons episodes.
Yeah, but I think the data would be interesting. Like, you'd have two groups, and you just see how the numbers shake out. Like, which groups endured longer than the other.
Before
And,
perishing?
Well,
Yeah, I guess that is a concern now Stairmaster brings it up that way, which is that this experiment ends with 2,000 people dying.
Yeah, that's a 9/11.
well,
That's right.
Well, I mean, you can live if you make it all the way to the end.
What if you
But
tell
at what
them
cost?
But do they know this? Do we tell them the rules? I mean, in that case, why don't they just rate all the episodes as good?
No, we don't tell them what'll happen. They'll just say it will just vaguely say something bad will happen if they turn the dial all the way to sad.
We should we'll have like a real like ringer of an episode at the end where like we put in the episode where Lisa explains that it's cool that Apu has that voice. And like we throw in the episode of SpongeBob, like we throw in like the Patrick spin-off show.
We put the episode where Bubble Bass comes back.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Some really atrocious shit we just put at the end.
As a final hurdle for their survival, is that right?
Yeah, and already just saying that, I feel like The Simpsons won because I actually could come up with something atrocious right off the top of my head, and I couldn't.
Yeah,
for
nobody talks about new SpongeBob in a way.
Yeah, because it's all just sort of like boilerplate stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're not doing anything truly bad.
Well, I could think of an episode that really makes me think like, wow, they just like gave up. There's this episode where like I don't know what the hell was happening. Squidward was moving furniture and it was like destroying his foot and his bone was sticking out.
That sounds like a bit they do in Aqua Teen Hunger Force with Carl just getting like, increasingly mutilated as the episode goes on. Like the episode where the broom goes up his ass.
Yeah, but this is just like excruciatingly watching him like drop a couch on his foot and the bone pokes out of the bottom of his foot and he screams in pain for like a while.
That's a good point, though, Stare.
Or the episode where SpongeBob kills him. Or the episode where SpongeBob kills himself and Squidward starts crying hyper-realistic blood while staring directly at the camera, saying you could have prevented this.
Only you can prevent this.
Stare, you're saying that like I'm describing a fake episode. This is a real thing that they did.
I saw this episode. I got it on VHS from a garage sale. And then my VHS burnt down after watching it.
I remember watching this episode, and then like the lights in my house dimmed, and then like a pair of lips came out of the television.
Like the Dairy Queen lips?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like a pair of Dairy Queen lips came out of the television.
Everyone remembers that partnership. When Dairy Queen made the Krabby Patty reel.
So the SpongeBob, old SpongeBob tune-in?
Yeah.
Nice. Anything else?
No, I'll let you know.
You'll let me know?
I'll let you know.
Okay. Keo, you got anything?
No, I didn't watch anything.
All right. I watched a film. Called a little film starring Russell Crowe called The Pope's Exorcist.
Oh. I was hoping it was a road rage one.
No, I didn't watch that. I watched The Pope's Exorcist where Russell Crowe is an exorcist. And he looks like Orson Welles for the majority of the movie. He drives around on a Vespa. He has an Italian accent. It's fine. It's all right.
Did he save the day at the end?
Sorry?
Did he save the day at the end?
He did. Spoilers, he gets possessed at the end. But not in like an exorcist way. He does save the day still. But it's a real slow starting movie, but it really picks up in that third act. They go to some crazy places. It's just the problem is that like the only character with any interiority is Russell Crowe.
No, it's his name. It's his name. The film, you know.
He's acting the shit out of it. I mean, you can't deny him. He's doing his thing. But fun fact: the demon he's fighting, Asmodeus. So that's a little fun synergy.
Yeah, I told you he was in the Bible.
I was pointing at the camera. I was pointing at the TV like Leonardo DiCaprio when I heard the name.
You didn't believe me, but guy. You didn't believe me, but he was in the Bible.
Yeah, many are saying this. Stairmaster vindicated.
Let's get this factual, okay? Asmodeus is not mentioned in the Holy Bible.
Shut up.
There
Yeah,
is
I
a
bet
weird
you
bit in this movie where they like try to tie the demon to the Spanish Inquisition in like a weird, like, listen, not all of the Catholics did it way. Which, I mean, fair, I guess, but also weird.
So they're blaming demons on Spanish.
Yeah, the
people
Spanish
being
Inquisition gets
anti-Semites?
blamed on demons, kind of. Like the devil made them do the Spanish Inquisition. It also like is somewhat implied that demons made them do pedophilia.
Well, I mean, have you seen that weird temple on Little St. James? Maybe they have a point.
You know, I mean, listen, it's a strong case they make in this movie. It's fine. It's if you want to watch a Russell Crowe do big man Russell Crowe things, it's good for that. Otherwise, skip it. It does at the very end set up a Pope's Exorcist cinematic universe.
Oh no!
So just skip that part of the movie. You're golden. Yeah, the Pope's comptroller. That's one that's coming out soon, I'm sure. Starring Matthew McConaughey. Actually, the one with Matthew McConaughey would be the Pope's lawyer.
The Pope's seneschal.
The Pope's Lincoln lawyer.
The Pope's second cousin.
My cousin, the Pope. That's one that's coming out. Joe Pesci's final role. Before he retires from acting.
I thought that was the Irishman.
No, he's coming out of retirement to do My Cousin, the Pope. He plays the Pope. What, I'm like a fucking Pope to you? Huh? I tell you to say a few fucking Hail Marys, huh? And so on.
Well, okay. Well, if you think Keo should watch something, you can tell us by emailing us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com.
My favorite part about doing this podcast with my dear friends is when I do a bit that Stair doesn't like, and he just goes, all right.
I did have anything. What do you want me to do?
No, I just enjoy
they
it.
lead
I'm
the
being
Pope
sincere.
into an empty room, and he's like, "Oh no!" And then it just cuts to the white smoke. Just cuts to the white smoke viewing from the Vatican.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want. Yes.
Yes. There you go.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I watched, and that's what we watched. If you're listening to the pod and you're like, wow, I have some quips, comments, questions, foresights, otherwise, well, you could email them to us at our email address, and we'll address them here on the pod. That email address is tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email address, Kieran?
tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. Now, I did read something this week. Does that count?
No.
That's right. I guess, sure. I mean, if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I caved. I started watching, reading rather, the latest chapters of Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter, as some people call it.
We're at the fucking fireworks factory. It's insane.
It's crazy stuff, man. Haha.
You guys feel free to
Benjamin's
talk about this. I'm going to take a walk.
Benjamin's gotten out the giant-ass machine gun from Ghost in the Shell, too, and he just keeps murking people left and right.
Yeah. Swanson, have you ever waited like 10 years to see something get published, and now they're actually publishing it some more?
No, that doesn't. That typically doesn't happen in TV.
Also, it turned Swanson. The situation's escalated. It turned out that Prince Oibel was switched with an identical baby, and they're not sure if Oibel's on the boat or not. His name is not Oibel. Why am I saying Oibel?
It's
Well,
What happens
mobile.
if they're not on the boat?
Well, the ritual requires 12 of the 13 princes of Kakin to die in order for a successor to be crowned.
So yeah, the baby not being on
And
the ship is like a major
they don't know what will
logistical
happen
issue.
if someone just leaves.
They have like a whole bunch of
we don't know.
countermeasures to stop people from leaving, but they didn't have anything apparently to stop
Oh
them
yeah,
from
someone
just
did
being
try
on the
to
boat.
get off the ship, but they were killed instantly. But then they
Yeah,
came
by some
back. But then their Nen came back as a manifestation, as a guardian beast for another prince.
So the
What's my
point
boy
is,
Ahsoka up
Who's
to?
taken on their face and memory, who's taken on their form in memories.
What's Ahsoka up to? Is he doing anything?
Oh, he's
he's at the casino.
He's at the casino. The spiders are hunting for him, and he's waiting for find the spiders so he can kill them. Because he's trying to get the salty run back after losing to Crollo at the Tower of Heaven, as we all know.
Yeah, I never saw him get this salty before.
Heaven's Arena. Tower of Heaven is a
Salty Bets
completely
Arena?
different property.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, it's peak fiction, Swanson. You're missing out. I feel sorry for you.
Also, we still don't know what Lei Zhang's coins are gonna do.
We have some idea. They kind of suggested it.
Quick follow-up question based off the things I remember from this series. Does the main character still not have powers?
Nope.
As far as we know, he does not.
Okay. I was just curious.
But he did show up for one panel. They're going to mail him a letter, and he might go on a side quest to find the missing baby. Or that might
Is he
just
even
be
the main
herring.
character anymore?
Not really.
Not really. This is more of Kurapika. Who everyone is glazing all of a sudden. Even Benjamin wants to get Kurapika in his entourage.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's doing some crazy stuff.
He's like he's teaching everyone Nin in like a record time.
So how long do you think you'll have to wait?
Kurapika set up a classroom for Nin and the trick is that he got bodyguards from all of the princes in order to, what was the point of that again, Keo?
So he's training them all in Nin, which Swanson is basically like teaching them how to do magic.
It's
basically.
punch sorcery.
Yeah. It's like teaching them how
yeah.
to do Kamehamehas and stuff. He's doing that to like slow down the war, because if everybody, even all like the random maids and stuff, know Nin, then a lot of powers won't work anymore because they're all going to have defense against them. And it'll cause a stalemate and make the war kind of stall.
But he wasn't accounting for the guardian beasts, who all kind of have broken abilities.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. You never account for.
And there's like
nobody ever
several
really
assassins.
accounts for the guardian beasts.
There's several professional assassins.
Yeah, but his plan's already partially working. One of the assassins has an ability that doesn't work very well on Nin users, and he's already pissed off. He's like, I can't kill people now because my power sucks.
How long do you guys think you'll have to wait for the next chapter?
A week?
We're getting, a week. Like we're getting at least 10, right?
Yeah, I think 10. So.
And then we're gonna wait like 5 more years for the next 10 or something. Who knows?
Do you think Hunter x Hunter or Berserk will end first?
Probably Berserk, since they've got.
Oh yeah, I guess that's on a regular schedule now.
They've got a guy who doesn't have crippling back issues doing Berserk.
Yeah, that's
been on
I
hiatus
forgot
for a
that was
while,
on a
though.
regular schedule now.
Hasn't Berserk been on hiatus for a long time?
I didn't have a chapter come out a few months ago, like 1 or 2 months ago recently. Maybe last month.
Last month?
Maybe
I quit. I quit paying. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Let's see. When's the last chapter come out? Berserk.
I bet things are going well for our friend Guts.
I think the news are going pretty bad for him last time.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. It's pretty jaked up what happened to him.
I think it's going well. I think he's going to end up in a good place.
Let's see. It looks like they had their last chapter out in August of 2025.
Am I being gaslit by my
is-
friends?
that is a year.
I don't. According to Wikipedia, that's what it says. They're having an English release this year in October.
October of
know.
this year.
English release, I guess. I don't know.
I don't care anymore.
Stairmaster, how about the new JoJo? How's that?
I haven't been reading it. I forgot.
Okay.
Sorry.
Have you been reading
I wasn't going to
Hellgolf?
read it. Have I been reading what?
Hell Golf by Fukumoto?
No, I have not. Is he back at it now?
Did he quit with Hell Golf too?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know he was doing a new manga after Fire Force or whatever.
No, that's the Kaiji guy.
Oh. What?
Is that
I
the
don't know,
Kaiji?
Kaiji's author is making a manga about a guy who
Oh.
sucks at golf.
Oh, I thought you said Kishimoto, the Naruto guy.
No, Fukumoto.
Oh,
Right, that's his name, right?
everyone just
Isn't
calls
he
him
busy
FM.
making Kaiji?
No,
I think
he's
he
not
finished-
been making he quit making Kaiji for a while and now he's making a golf manga.
Oh yeah, I do remember hearing about that.
Is
I
there
thought
a
you-
character
I
who
thought
looks
you told me
suspiciously like
about it.
Kaiji in it?
There's a loser main character who sucks at golf. Does that count as being
Okay,
like
so it
Kaiji?
sounds like Kaiji.
Oh no, Fukumoto has a lot of diversity in its main characters. Like Jin Ken,
Yeah.
that's like an actual badass sort of punk guy. And Legend of the Strongest Man Kurosawa is a divorced guy who was never married.
Hmm,
Yes, I
interesting.
I swear you're the one who told me about this golf manga. I'm stunned that you.
I'm sorry, I'm washed, everyone. I'm gonna quit the podcast after this episode in penance.
No.
You're right, I'm bound until we finish
Yeah,
watching Redwall. Or our allotment.
Possibly
Of it.
even after. Who knows?
No. Let's
Yeah,
not
I
let's
haven't-
not
Alright.
get crazy here.
Yeah, I haven't read Hell Golf much, by the way. I was thinking about it, but I just didn't get around to it.
All right. Well, that's what Kyorain read, and now let's read Wall. Another seamless
Yeah.
transition. We watch. One season ends and another begins on this week's episode, because we are at the end of season 1 and the beginning of season 2 of Redwall this week.
It's
on
the
pod.
autumn of TV tuners.
That's right. And we're gonna kick things off here with the final episode of the first season of Redwall, titled "The Final Conflict."
Which is not true. Because the next
No.
episode there's more conflict.
Yeah, they make a new one. They find a new conflict.
Always coming up.
Anyway,
with
this
new
is
problems.
Yeah, agreed. This is 2 episodes. This is essentially what should have been the final 2 episodes of the season smushed into one. Like,
Yeah.
Clooney
pretty
takes
much.
over Redwall at the halfway point of this episode, and that should have just been the end of the previous episode.
You probably could have had an episode about this.
Yeah,
You could have had this going
it
on
would've-
while Matthias is trying to make his way back.
Right, it would kind of like add some stakes to the whole thing. Like, what purpose did Clooney leaving at the end of the last episode actually serve for this?
Because
It
then
followed
there
the
wouldn't be an
formula.
ending to the last episode if he didn't do that. It would just cut off.
Well, you got to leave it on a cliffhanger. It's the penultimate episode.
No, that's too scary.
No, yeah. What if the kids miss that episode?
What if this child dies and never gets to see the finale?
That'd be a really tragic death. Think about that.
Yeah, they'll never know that Clooney loses in the end.
Yeah, we can't have that. It's not going to
Yeah,
work for
There's
me.
so
any
we need
kids
to
who had
know.
nightmares about Clooney besides Matthias?
Yeah, probably Frogus, who gave us these episodes to watch.
I don't know how I would have reacted to seeing Clooney as a child. I guess he does actually like kill people. It's pretty scary.
I mean, he's like maybe terrifying like once in the whole season, though. He's kind of, especially by this point, he's kind of been like all of his aura has been drained.
It's a joke. Yes.
Yeah, he's a joke. He doesn't like. There's nothing to him that's like threatening, really, at this point.
Yeah,
Like even when he
by the
takes over, he doesn't immediately kill everybody, which he should do.
yeah, he takes his sweet time. And honestly, like maybe this would have had some more weight to it if he hadn't already invaded Redwall like half a dozen times.
11 times.
Yeah. Well, now he's inside though, Kyo.
He's
Didn't
been
he
inside,
get
like
inside?
at least like 3 or 4 times.
This time he's inside, and also all of the other characters who have been able to like contend with his goons before have been nerfed, so that this plot can continue. Like Basil and the Badger Lady are just easily thwarted.
They were sleeping,
Oh,
Swanson. They attacked at night, those sneaky rats.
They're tired because of the rations running low.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Yeah, it's
maybe
called
that's
siege
the
warfare,
idea.
Swanson.
We should circle back around because the episode doesn't begin with Clooney immediately ransacking Redwall. He has a new plan, which involves taking a mouse family hostage and having him go into the Abbey. Which, like, I feel like this is a very similar plan to one he's done before.
I think he's done it like 3 times already.
But this time it works, I guess. Just because he found Matthias lacking.
I mean, Matthias was also
Apparently,
lacking
without
in
Matthias
the-
there, everyone is, like, useless. Also,
They need
oh
him
my
because he
God.
has the sword that stopped magic.
I have this in my
Maybe.
notes. They're talking at some point, and the abbot, this fucking guy, he says, "Don't worry, we'll win this because Clooney will eventually tire of attacking Redwall."
Yeah,
This
he'll
dude
get
sucks
bored.
so bad.
I mean, I would expect after like the 12th assault failing, those guys would go somewhere else.
Or just
So
have
you're like the
abandoned
abbot.
Clooney at this point. The abbot's like, "I can't wait for us to return to normalcy, where we can befriend the rats and maybe agree with some of their positions."
Yeah, the Clinton approach.
Yeah, that's right.
We need to be concerned about super predators like Asmodeus.
Hey, that's valid.
Keep them out of our woods.
Honestly,
The
they actually
episode,
do have super predators in this show, like the owl and the snake. Those are like gigantic figures who like take huge territories and kill a bunch of people.
that's true.
pretty
It's not like
crazy.
our life. It's not like our life where that was made up.
Yeah,
Well, there are super predators, but they're also all our elected officials.
Yeah, it turns out the
Oh,
super
got it.
predators were the president and his friends,
Yeah.
current and former.
And Stephen Hawking
anyway.
for some reason.
Yeah, also the Simpsons. The creator of the Simpsons was there.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking's.
Yeah, you
Wow,
remember how
that's
Stephen
a
Hawking made the
deep
Simpsons?
I will
Yeah, I was
make
there.
the dad say "do" and choke the boy.
Great idea, Mr. Hawking. Yeah, so Matthias is going to get the Shrew's army to go help them back up the fight, I guess, against
Matthias
Clooney.
has assumed absolute power at this point and completely dissolved all the organs of state that they used to rely on.
Yeah, all because he has a
Proceduralism
sword.
Yeah.
It's a really cool sword. It has "I am that is" written on it.
That's true. And I don't know if you guys know this. If you rearrange some of the letters, it says Matthias.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. A lot of this early part of the episode, by the way, is our characters that we know talking to random people about other characters instead of just the two talking. This happens in particular with Matthias and Cornflower.
We even get a shot of the two men-at-arms who I don't think have ever spoken in this program up to this point. And I got like Frodo Baggins accents.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, what do we think about that Clooney guy, huh? What a wild guy.
I think they were trying to make the world feel big before the big invasion happened or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just, it makes it feel weird because they didn't bother to do any of this before. But yeah, Clooney attacks at night, thanks to the mouse that got inside. Yeah, him and his men take everybody hostage. He brings like the abbot out and is like berating him in front of everybody, which I kind of liked. He deserved it. He gets clonked on the head, which, as we know, in the show, is like a sign of death, near death. To be clonked on the head.
That's how Akira Toriyama died.
Was he was clonked on the head by a rat?
Yeah, he fell by gravity.
Oh, the rat's name was Gravity. Yeah.
Yes. Rest in peace.
And R.I.P. to a legend. He could never make something this dull. Matthias. I
wish Broly showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Deftones
Whose
just
side
starts
would
playing.
he be on? Like he shows up and immediately just the sword just breaks on impact.
Broly would invade the narrative, I feel.
I think if Broly charged up, it would destroy like the entire
Red Wall
universe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if he charged up, Matthias would like incinerate on impact. Like the sword would shatter and Matthias would just be a cloak.
Yeah.
I think that would be really sad if that happened.
They'd probably make sure that like Matthias's voice actor said like no as he dies.
He'd say no.
Yeah, I'd probably
and I do that
watching.
Thing where his eye, the thing where his eyes bulge out right before he gets evaporated.
Yeah.
It's all drawn in line art, sketchy line art.
And it'd probably be a thing where like Basil survives, but like is in no shape to fight Broly.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you guys keep watching, or would you kind of...
I would be intrigued. I'd be intrigued.
I would keep watching because we got paid to watch more episodes.
Can I say it? This animation sort of looks like... Well, it's more pronounced in the second episode, but this kind of has a CDI quality to it, where the characters sort of start and stop with their movement.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no one is. I mean, they don't have a feast in this episode, but they do have a feast in the second episode. So it kind of makes sense. Anyway, Matthias shows up. He's in like full armor, ready to go
for like a minute.
Yeah, He's in full armor, ready to go.
He had to take off his helmet so you could see the actor's face.
That's right.
Listen,
they're playing by Avengers rules.
You take off the breastplate because mobility? Was that the reason? He just kind of started taking it off.
It's not even that narrow of a staircase he's going up.
Yeah. He takes up. That's the weirdest part. Is he takes off the breastplate after getting hit with it once.
Matthias shows up. Everyone starts fighting. The Badger Lady bites a man's head off.
Yeah, that I wrote in all caps, did she bite his head off? And I mean, that's what's implied, right?
She's a space marine. She eats his brain and gains his memories.
She at the very least rips his face off, like, minimum.
Right, which I guess a badger does do. Or can do.
Does do.
Someone should buy us a coffee for a nature documentary about badgers.
Yeah.
How hardcore they are.
Yeah.
It's called Hardcore Badgers.
They got the Doom music playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make it happen, folks.
The original Doom, not the 2015.
No, of course.
What does that sound like again? The original Doom music? Yeah.
But it's a MIDI.
That's right.
It's a MIDI.
With the MIDI
so
guitar.
yeah, they Clooney, sensing that his team is about to get beat, takes Cornflower hostage and runs into the tower. Matthias goes after him. They have a very short actual sword fight. And then
Clooney gets his tail chopped off, and that prompts him to throw his spear away and run away, even though he's...
So Clooney goes to the top, and Matthias comes after him, and he's like, psych, I got you all the way up here so I could go down there and capture your girl again.
Yeah.
And so he's...
Oh, yeah. We didn't mention... They're in the middle of a heated battle, and Cornflower's like, I can help, I can attack this guy, and immediately fails.
After she'd already tried the first time and gotten kidnapped because of it.
Well, she did beat Clooney that one episode when he built the siege tower, as we all remember.
Yeah, but she had his only weakness, which is hot soup.
Yeah, she should have ran to the kitchen.
Whoa,
hold on, but you can't say that, Stare.
Oh, fuck. I didn't mean it like... No, I mean to get the pot of soup. No.
Whoa. All right, I'm getting an email in from the TV Tuners official email saying Stairmaster's canceled.
Well, I'll be quiet for the rest of the episode.
Sorry, guys. Hold on, I'm getting a secondary email. It turns out it's okay, actually. Canceling doesn't matter.
Oh, that's
from
true.
J.D. Vance.
That's right. It's straight from him. He said, "Let Stairmaster speak."
Well,
Stairmaster J.D. Vance.
Does have a First Amendment.
And TV Tuners is the official podcast of the White House.
That's right.
Wow. That's really prestigious.
We have it's something.
Yeah.
We have exclusive access to all of the bowel movements of the president. There's a lot.
Wow. Access.
Here's a little investment tip. He's got a little dull pain in his left side. And his left abdomen.
Yeah. Put that on Polymarket quick. So Matthias's plan of action here is to cut the rope holding this giant bell, and the bell comes crashing down. I do have to appreciate the animation on this. The force of this bell crushing Clooney is pretty great.
They hired a third guy for this scene.
Like the speed with which this bell falls and crushes this man.
It's like It's like the logs from Final Destination 2.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it kind of is.
But I couldn't help but feel during this conclusion how Clooney dies. They could have done this in episode 2.
Yeah, probably. He didn't have the sword, but yeah, you're not wrong.
He could have used any sword to do this, really.
It's true. I don't know, Stare, because it's implied at the end that the magic helped him cut the rope.
I guess it would have been a pretty strong rope.
Because after
true.
The dust is settled and everything, for some reason the owl and the cat are back. And the cat is just like, oh, well, I guess perhaps the sword is magic. Like, what are you talking about?
Why are
you spent a whole
here?
episode telling me it wasn't.
Why are you here?
I'm
You didn't
pissed.
fight.
Yeah, the cat could have solved the
Well, yeah,
whole
he's
conflict.
He doesn't eat mouse or rat, so he's considered a pacifist, I guess.
Oh yeah, why did Matthias tell him that he couldn't eat rats? That was kind of a misplay on his part.
Yeah, well, I think he specifically said shrews, so I guess he could eat rats.
And mice.
He didn't mention rats. Yeah, he said mice and shrews,
Yeah.
not rats. So he could have still killed the rats.
That would have been fun if he came in and started eating up some rats.
A little dark.
So,
but yeah.
the red wall is saved. The abbot is dying, and as he's dying, he's like, "I declare that Matthias is the protector of Redwall." And everyone's like, "Yeah, he already was."
Also, this is the most beautiful day ever.
Yeah, I am so happy to die now. Blech.
Surrounded by my countrymen, who are also
Did he die
dead.
from getting bonked on the head that one time? Is that why he died?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think, yeah.
Just like Methuselah earlier in the show. It's a callback. Or something.
Most deadly attack.
And then we cut to that. We have like Archie Sonic comic style jump 15 years later. Matthias is a parent now. And
Yeah,
Basil
that's right.
glowing green for no reason. Okay.
No, you see, Basil's glowing green because he was experimented on with chaos energy. It all makes sense there.
You gotta just read the Knuckles the Echidna.
And also, the backstories where Basil is around for some reason have photorealistic backgrounds in these couple scenes. Because the artist got too lazy to draw them himself.
But yeah, this time skip just kind of happens. It's like, wait, what? There's a time skip? Okay, that's fine. I guess the show's over. Let's go home.
Yeah. Yeah, a guy comes out at the end and he's in a towel and he says what are you doing here? Show's over. Go home. And I thought that was strange because we haven't seen any live action in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, congrats to the abbot who died as he lived, doing nothing of value.
Taking up
Rest in
valuable
peace.
air.
And
Yeah,
that's the end of
that was,
season 1 of Redwall.
Yeah, that was season 1 of Redwall.
And so we begin with season 2, which is titled Matameo, that's the name of Matthias' son, or Mateo,
Matameo.
Matamo. I think it's Matamo is how he says it.
It's Matameo.
I don't know. Let's say Matameo.
It's Matameo. Matameo.
This first episode, Slagar the Slaver. We got a new baddie in town, folks, and he is a fox with a mask.
We get a little vignette here. Of
Yeah.
this badger man coming home to his burning village.
I'll be honest, this was the coolest part of the episode for me.
Even the part where the animation clips when he's running off into the distance. Oh yeah, so
Yeah, I mean,
the animation got a lot.
It's not
worse
great, but this
season.
dude rocks so hard that I can't
Yeah.
wait for him to show up for 2 episodes and then never be used again.
Yeah, he literally just gets an axe off of his mantle, and just
and
chases
just goes
down
for it. I
Schwar-
think we've talked about this guy indirectly. I believe you were talking about covers of the books, and I think that's this guy.
I thought that was a different guy. I thought those books were from a different era, chronological, years before.
Oh,
We need an
maybe.
expert. We need an
Yeah.
expert.
We need an expert to let us know if Orlando the Axe is famous, is popular in the series. I would have to imagine because he looks cool. He's a cool guy. Anyway, he's here to find his daughter who's been taken captive.
by Slagar, the Slaver.
Who, as I mentioned up top, voiced by Tim Curry, classic voice actor and actor in general, who is slumming it in this, I think, being the only named actor in a show that I'm aware of, anyway.
This is a way cooler villain than Clooney. He's got a mask.
He's got a plan that succeeds.
Yeah, that too.
On the first try. He's also got some sort of axe to grind with Matthias and the crew.
He wants revenge. So does that mean he's the fox from the first season?
I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, that's actually the reveal that comes, I think, next episode.
I don't even remember. Who's the fox in the first season?
There was a fox, like, healer or something, who was trying to trick people, and they got into the red wall, and they were, like, poking around, trying to steal stuff.
Oh,
and then Methuselah's like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, let's give you a fatal blow to the head, and then...
Oh, yeah, that was, like, episode 3. No wonder I did forget.
Yeah.
Because my brain is turning to stone.
So it's kind of impressive, actually, that ends up being the who he is, even if we don't get it in this episode. But yeah, he's the son who, like, ran away, and his mom ended up getting eaten by Asmodeus. Or his mother, I think. I don't know the guy's name offhand, but that's who Slagar is. So that's why he's here for revenge.
I thought the kid got eaten by Asmodeus and the mom got, like, impaled or something. Am I confused?
No, I think I don't know. It's not clear in the description what happened, and I can't be asked to remember.
Either way, I don't know why.
What's the economics? How does slavery work here? Because, you know, in medieval Europe, slavery was technically illegal.
It sounds like Slagar isn't actually the slaver himself. He sells them off to another.
That's what being a slaver is.
Well, I mean, like, in the sense that, like, he sells them to some other, like, village to live.
Yeah, but, like, if you were gonna take white people slaves in the 1200s, it'd be like you'd sail up a boat to the beach and grab some people there and then sail back to North Africa or whatever. But here he's just walking over to the next village.
Yeah, well, also Redwall, what's the word for it? The layout of Redwall is such that, like, it seems like there's like 5 places.
Yeah.
So it's not like there's a lot of options. But yeah, Slagar's got this whole plan with his boys, and he's ready to make it happen.
Okay, we know this guy's really bad, like, because he specifically says, "Let's target the children." Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's his whole plan. Is he's like, oh yeah, I know how to get these guys, get payback at these guys. Let's steal their kids.
Meanwhile,
like, he's not interested in making all the denizens of Redwall into slaves, just their children.
Well, it's a nice return on your effort. Children are easier to enslave, as we all know.
Yeah, I mean, true.
True. Everybody's confirmed this.
So, we get introduced to the kids here, and sort of just a situation of, like, here's what Redwall's like a couple years later. I think it's not specifically said in the episode, but the description describes it as 8 seasons as the feat of Clooney. So I don't know what that means. Is that years?
Well, there's 4 seasons in a year.
So that would be 2 years?
Well, I guess they're mice, so that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, mice don't live that long.
We get a little subplot about Madameo getting into a fight with the local immigrants.
Yeah, a guy that I think his name is Vitch, but at one point I think he called Little Bitch. And I was like, whoa!
Yeah, this rat is insinuating that he's not a true warrior. So, of course, they go to physical blows.
Well, he's also like pretty much being like, you're kind of a Nepo baby. And he is.
True.
And his dad takes him aside and is like, listen, son, can you handle this sword? And he can't.
He can't.
And he's like, that's what I thought.
Also, he explicitly says, I will never strike you. But I will make you scrub all the floors in Korodai. And that's why Madameo isn't present for the kidnapping that happens later.
That's right. Yeah. So it's actually a pretty good plan, right? So they're having this big feast, this like yearly celebration or whatever. And Slagar's plan is to be like a traveling troupe with his group. And they all show up. And everyone's like, well, I mean, we should let them in, right? I mean, they're having look at these fun people. And
it gets revealed that Bitch is a spy for Slagar. Because he's a rat.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's a rat. You can't trust a rat. Listen, folks, can't trust them. The rats, they come in, they lie, they cheat, they steal. Yeah, Slagar has this like magic cloak that kind of like lets him be indetectable for a little bit. Which allows him.
I don't think it's magic. I think he's just doing like magician tricks.
So magic.
Yes, Swanson, magic.
What are our magician's tricks but magic?
Okay.
It's in the title.
Swanson believes that when magicians do their prestidigitation, that's actually magic. Like,
is my tax collector not doing taxes?
True. Well, not really. It's not. You kind of have to collect your own taxes.
Shh. Sleep.
Oh,
And now I'm going to kidnap Kyo while he's asleep.
Good night.
Huh? Where's Kyo?
Good night.
Swanson! I swear I will have my revenge!
I've gotten my revenge. Or he says something even cooler than that, I think, at the end, where he's like, now you have felt pain.
That is pretty badass.
And also it helps that it's Tim Curry. Like, it's the deep Tim Curry voice saying it. It just, it adds an aura that Clooney never had.
I assume Clooney was voiced by Frank Welker.
No, Clooney was voiced by some guy I have not heard of.
Oh.
Which is true of the majority of the cast. That's why Tim Curry sticks out like a sore thumb in this season.
Do you think the reason the animation's worse is because that went towards Tim Curry's pay?
Yes.
I would have to assume. Like, I can't even imagine how did this even happen?
What do you mean?
Like, how did they even get him?
He's probably a fan of the books or something.
Then why's he slumming it? I guess he would have bad direction.
True, yeah. This is, I believe the second season is 2000. So I guess it is sort of the tail end of his acting, him being in, like, big movies.
Oh, so he was sad.
So maybe he's just, maybe he's beginning, like, he's still playing Nigel Thornberry at this point. So, like, he is, it's not like he's low on money.
Kind of crazy that Nigel Thornberry was a bigger role for him than this.
I mean, makes sense. More eyes on that.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, more eyes are in his name.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, true. I mean, no eyes in Slagar. Yeah. So he comes. He drugs everybody, steals the kids. They wake up and they're like, who could have done this? And I mean, listen, they know they did something in this finale in this here that they didn't do all in the first season, which is a cliffhanger. They're evolving.
You're saying they didn't resolve the entire conflict in the same episode where it started?
Maybe the show will be good
I'm
now.
I'm saying the villain showed up and didn't immediately get kneecapped by losing.
I guess they're learning how to write a show. And like
Yeah,
Sarah says,
it's pretty crazy.
It's going to be good now. It's going to be a good show from this point on.
Well, I guess we'll see. I will say it is promising, even if the animation definitely dropped in quality. But that is more or less the end of these 2 episodes. What do we think?
Well, I certainly had more to say about the second one than the first.
Definitely intrigued by this new villain and this new direction they're going in. I want to see what they do with this.
Yeah, I think aging up Matthias is interesting. I think making everyone just like generally a little older is interesting. His son is probably going to annoy me, but that's just my latent disregard for little shit kids.
I'm worried that his son is going to be the protagonist since his name is in the title.
Yeah, that is a worry to have.
He's going to be the protagonist. How could this is a show for kids? The protagonist has to be a kid. Hate to break it to you.
Yeah, it's very true.
I mean,
the first episode,
Optimus Prime wasn't a kid. The Teenage
Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, but was he the main character, or was the kid that he hung out with the main character?
It was the kid.
The kid was there because the kids weren't watching for him.
Also, Optimus Prime was a giant toy.
Shut up.
It's true. Matthias is just a little mouse with a sword.
Shut up. You can't be saying that.
Sorry.
If Matthias could turn into a fire truck, maybe he would be the main character, but he can't.
Keo, you take that back immediately, or I'm going to put my shadow on yours and Swanson.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Good.
Also, I'm aware that Optimus Prime isn't actually a fire truck. Just don't want to make anybody mad.
Finally, we get an email. It's from the one Transformers fan we made angry.
So yeah, I think the second episode is definitely a better start than the end of the season. That is the first episode we watched. I feel like the end of that is kind of just all of the problems of the first season in one episode.
Except they were trying to actually wrap it up this time, but that's it.
Yeah, like
instead of wrapping up
the second episode already
they wrapped up the conflict for the season. That's the only difference.
Yeah, and I think there's some potential here, so I'm cautiously optimistic.
First season of Redwall sort of just feels like a TV dinner's like Salisbury steak or something, where you bite into it and you expect there to be a flavor or anything, and you just feel nothing.
But it's also missing the brownie.
Oh, yeah, it's missing the brownie.
Oh, no.
So you just get the steak and that's it. And like some dry mashed potatoes.
No, stop.
So season 2, we'll see. You know, we're starting out pretty strong here. There's a brownie in the pack. We just have to see if it holds up upon microwave.
Yeah. True.
But hey, that'll about do it for this week's episode of the show. If you're listening and you're like, hey, I wish I could recommend something for them to watch, well, you can. In fact, you don't even have to recommend it. You can just make us do it. All you got to do is go over to buymeacoffee.com/TVtuners. A single episode, or a single coffee, rather, gives you a single episode for us to watch. That could be, a film, some TV, the anything watchable, anything that we can look at with our eyes and see things moving.
Like the Hunter x Hunter manga, which has the art just bursting out of the page.
No reading. I'm not a read boy. We will not be reading. But yeah, go to TV Tuners. buymeacoffee.com/TV Tuners. That'll about do it for this week's episode of the show. We'll be back next week with more TV goodness. Until then, keep watching. Bye. It's over.
I found him.
Hey folks, time for the TV Tuners Fact of the Week. Did you know that during this episode, Stairmaster has earned 8 demerits and Swanson has earned 3 demerits?
Bullshit.